we'll get started. And we'll get started by just breaking out into some jumping jacks, guys. So from this position to this position and back again, just to get that heart rate up. We're just going to go for 30 seconds work in your own time. Off you go. Good, working well, team. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Just pause there. What I want us to do, just going to go for some arm circles. So keep your arms nice and straight and nice big over the top. Going to go for about 10 if we can. Try and shrug as you bring the hands over your head. About 10 forwards. And then 10 backwards as well. Good. From there, we're going to go for some more jumping jacks, but instead of us kind of clapping over our head, we're just going to bring our arms nice and straight to the front. So here each time, and then come back. So try and get your biceps behind your ears as best you can. When you're ready, guys, 30 seconds work. Off you go. Beautiful. Working out, guys. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So instead of arm circles, we're going to go for some elbow circles. So what we want you to do is keep your elbows pinned in nice and hard. Okay, and then all we're going to do is just rotate them in. We're just going to go 10 on the inside and then 10 on the outside. The tempting thing is going to get for your arms to come out. Okay, don't worry. Try and keep them in as best you can. Bringing them inside, bringing them out. So 10 inwards and then 10 outwards. Just to get that little bit of external rotation in the shoulders. Good. 3, 2, 1. Finally, we're just going to hit some seal jacks. So with the seal jack, instead of our jumping jack here, or where we were before, okay, we're just going to come to the front. So when we bring them back, I want you to try and squeeze your shoulder blades as much as you can as you cross your hands over. So squeeze, then go from there. 30 seconds worth of work. Going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Beautiful. Squeeze them shoulder blades. Work. Warm that scapula up. If your neighbours look out the window now, Catherine, they're going to wonder what you're doing. What is that mad Irishwoman next door doing? Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. So from there, what I want us to do is I want us to get into a press-up position. Now, if you need to use this sideboard for this, you can do. Okay. Well, what I want us to do first of all is I want you to make sure that your hands are in the correct position. So I want your hands underneath your shoulders, like so. Fingers facing forward is really important that we kind of start here. Okay, your elbow pits are going to face forward, and all we're going to do is going to go for 3 press-ups. So from here we'll come down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go with that. So make sure our hands are nice and neutral, fingers are facing forward. Beautiful. Good reps. So from there, what's going to happen is all that's going to happen here is I'm going to bring my hands out so that my index fingers are kind of 45 degrees. From there, from 90, I've gone to 45 degrees. That makes sense. And then we're just going to hit another 3 press ups. So from here, my hands are a little bit wider. Can come down. 1, 2, 3. And by the time you hit your 3s, guys. Beautiful. So from there, we've gone from neutral to wide. I want us to kind of come in a little bit. So we've got like a, so my fingers were pointing out at 45, now they're pointing in at 45. And we're going to go for another 3 reps there. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go from there, guys. Beautiful. So from there, my hands are underneath my shoulders. What I want us to do now is I want us to go half a palm wider and half a palm wider. We're going to go through with our fingers facing forwards, then we're going to go through with our fingers facing out, and then we're going to bring 3 on the inside. Okay, hopefully you've got a work surface that's big enough to go a little bit wider. So when you're ready, guys, hit your 3 and 3s. Beautiful. So once you've hit those, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do a very similar thing, but we're going to work a squat pattern instead of a press pattern. So what I'd like you to do is stand with your feet nice and neutral, okay? Feet shoulder width apart, weight in the heels, okay? And all we're going to do is just go for 3 regular squats. So hips will travel back, squat down, 1, 2, 3. In your own time, guys, off you go. Beautiful. So my feet were tracking forward. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn them out so that they're at 45 degrees. Okay, and I'm going to drive again. 1, 2, 3. In your own time, off you go. So feet that a little bit wider. Beautiful. Nice and simple. So we were here, we've gone to here. So what we're going to do now is bring our heels out and our toes in. So it should feel like a snowplow if you've ever been kind of skiing. Hips will travel back and we'll squat down. 1, 2, 3. In your own time, off you go. Doesn't need to be a race, doesn't need to be a rush. We don't necessarily need to get to full depth. All we're doing is working those patterns just so it opens out our hips a little bit. It's quite squatty today. Beautiful. So we went 1, 2, 3, we went 4, 5, 6, we went 7, 8, 9. What I'd like us to do now, just like we did with our hands, is go a little bit wider. So we can go 3 with our toes neutral with a wider stance, then we'll go 3 with our toes out, and then we'll go 3 with a wide stance with the knees kind of, with the toes facing in. In your own time, guys, let's hit those. 3, 3, and 3. Off we go. Not a race, not a rush. Once you've got it, guys, I want you to get into the top of your plank position again. If that's on the sideboard, put it on the sideboard. If it's on the deck, get yourself back on the deck. Where we were before. So with neutral, we went wide. What we're going to do now with these press ups is come real narrow. If we can get our thumbs to touch each other. So from there, my fingers are facing forward, and I just want you to go for 3. So we come all the way down. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. What we can then do is we can turn our fingers out slightly, and exactly the same drill. Looks good. And you guessed it, we can bring our fingers in so they're almost like diamond press ups. We can hit that final 3. 1, 2. From there, Tim, I'd like you to stand up once you've hit your 9 press ups. We're going to do the same with the squats. So we were neutral. Okay, we went 1, 2, 3. Then we went a little bit wider. 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to do now is bring our feet together like so. We're going to go for 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. Okay, so it's like a gymnastic squat. So hips will still travel back. We can squat down and then stand back up. Let's go, guys. So 3 with our toes pointed forward. Then we're going to splay them. And then we're going to bring our toes together. With the toes together, guys, you're not going to get much depth. I wouldn't imagine. That's going to feel strange. Neither we. We're only going to do 3 there. We're not loading it up, so it's not a problem. Beautiful. Finally, then let's just break into those jumping jacks again. 30 seconds. Let's go a little bit quicker than we did at the beginning, just to jack that heart rate up. Final piece. Then we'll start looking at the movements for today's workout. Last 10 seconds, let's kick it in because it's going to slow down. Good. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Beautiful. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to grab your dumbbell. Grab your light dumbbell for this one. If we feel like we need a heavier dumbbell later on in the workout, that's fine. But grab your lighter one that we've issued you with. And what I'd like you to do is bring that and just place it onto your chest like so. So we've got it in that goblet position. And all we're going to do is we're just going to send that back. Normal squat stance now. Don't need you to put your toes out or anything. Okay, knees track the toes, hips back. You squat down. 1, 2, 3. In your own time, guys. On you go. Beautiful. So once we've got that light dumbbell, we need to bring it up into a front rack position, like so. And all we're going to do is we're just going to press and reset, press and reset, press and reset. So we'll go 3 on one side, then we'll change, and we'll do 3 on the other. Try and keep your rib cages locked down so my abs are nice and switched on, my butt's squeezed, my elbows in nice and tight, so it's not flaring out. I want it in, tucked in nice and tight. From there, we can swap. We can put it back down. Have a quick shake and a break, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go for some more squats. So instead of having it here, what we can do this time is we're going to have it on one side. So if I've got it on my right hand side like so, all that's going to happen is I'm just going to squat down and then come back up. Okay, do 3 on one side for me too, and then go for 3 on the other. Good. So what I'd like us to do then, so once we've finished our squats on each side, I'd like you to go for 3 push presses on each side. Now with that push press, what I want you to make sure is that your shoulder stays over your hip in the movement. So we're not going here, moving forward. Okay, so we can dip, drive, press, and reset. Okay, we'll go 3 on one side, and then we'll swap our hands, and go 3 on the other. All good? Off we go. Nice. Beautiful. Put your weights down, have a quick break and a shake. So what we're going to do is we're going to move into a thruster. So when we hit this thruster, I want you to think about your foot position. Okay, usually we squat on a shoulder width. Okay, and but we'll clean hips distance. I want us to have a kind of hybrid between the two, so wherever it feels comfortable. So don't want you having to move your feet each time. So what we're going to do from there is we're going to go into that squat stuff. We're going to hit our squat. Once I've got my stance, sorry. I'm going to hit my squat, come back up, squeeze my butt, and then press. So as I come down, up, squeeze, and then finish with that press. Use your legs. These engines are bigger than these engines, guys. So it's nice and aggressive out of the bottom of that squat. Okay, and it should almost create a bump on that belt for you to just finish with that lockout. Go 3 on one side, 3 on the other, please, Tim. Doesn't need to be a race or a rush, guys. These look solid. Excellent. Okay. So from there then, guys, Next piece, so we've got a thruster. Next thing we're going to have a look at is a clean. So we're going to clean the dumbbells today, and we're only going to work one side at a time. So the first thing that I want us to do is I want us to use that hinge pattern. We're going to go from a hang position just below the knee. We're going to drive our hips forward, and we're just going to shrug. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then we can swap sides and hit 3 on the other. Off we go. Good. Try and get your shoulders behind your hips so we can shrug behind. Get 3 one side, 3 the other. These look good. Cool. So from there, then what we're going to do is we're going to think about this high pull. So as I come down, I'm going to come up, shrug, pull, and then bring my elbow up nice and high each time. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you squeeze your butt before you shrug your shoulder, before you pull your elbow. 1, 2. Try and make it a bit smoother, Reese. 3. Beautiful. Same on the other side. Beautiful. So all that remains now is to turn it over. So as we come up, nice big shrug, nice high pull, and then I can bring my elbow underneath and catch it in that receiving position before standing up. So in real time, here, and then stand back up again. Okay, so if I go this side, here, and then just stand up to finish the lift. Hit 3 on one side, please, Tim. 3 on the other. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. As long as it comes past your knee, I'm happy enough. With that dumbbell, Maz, just keep it neutral, mate. Don't worry about any rotations. Just keep it those 2 heads facing forward. So it almost becomes a little bit of a bicep curl, yeah, a little bit. Like it. Beautiful. So we've been through a clean. We've also been through a thruster. So now we're going to put them together to make a cluster. Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to clean, pause, set our feet. We'll squat down, squeeze, press, and reset. That's 1 rep. Then I want you to change hands and I want you to do the same on the other. So take control of your dumbbell on your right hand side, just so we're all singing off the same song sheet. Beautiful. And we'll come down. We're going to clean the belt. So jump, get underneath it, stand up. Good. Set your feet for me now. And I'd like you to hit that front squat. Good. As you come out, drive and press. Beautiful. Reset. Good. Then you can swap hands. Bring it back down. And let's go again on the other side. So clean it. Good. Squat it. Drive and press it. Beautiful. And that's how I want you to take each of the reps today. It's really tempting for you to just be like, yeah, kind of car crashing and trying to go at 1,000,000 miles an hour. But try and stay away from that today, okay? Try and just move nice and smooth. Understand what you're doing in each part of the movement. Yes, I'm cleaning. Yes, squat. Okay, I've got to drive and press each time. Is that all making sense, guys? Cool. So from there, that's for one of our movements, the cluster. The other part is going to be a burpee over our dumbbell. So ideally, what I'd like is for your dumbbell to go on the floor between reps. Okay, and you'll start one side. If you're blue 2 or below on your API levels, I'd like to go for a bodybuilder today. So hands down, feet out, feet in, and hop over. Or a burpee, so hands down, feet out, chest and hips to the deck, and come back in low, landing on our feet. But it's really important that we have a 2-footed takeoff and a 2-footed landing so we get that jump in. So what I'd like you to do is pay your money, take your choice, and go for 3 burpees over your bell or bodybuilders over the bell. Perfect. Cool. So the way that the rep scheme is going to work today is we're going to go up in sets of 2. So you're going to go for 2 clusters and then 2 burpees over the bottom. Okay. Then you're going to go for 4 clusters and 4 burpees, 6 and 6, 8 and 8, 10 and 10, 12 and 12, so on and so forth until you get to the 12-minute mark. Okay. Once you've It's a 12-minute AMRAP, so you just want to go up as far as you can.
Sorry, sorry to interrupt. Could you say that again too? What?
So it's a 12-minute AMRAP. So we'll stick 12 minutes on the clock behind us, and you'll go 2 and 2, so 2 clusters. So clean it, squat it, press it, and then you'll swap sides, clean it, squat it, press it. Then you'll put that on the floor, and you'll go burpee, over, burpee, back over. Yeah. Then on the next round, you'll do 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How you split that up is entirely up to you. So if you want to do left and right, that's fine. Or if you want to go left, left, right, right, that's up to you as well. So for you, Maz, you might want to do it like that, and then you can change your bells over each time, the non-dominant side. That makes sense. I've said to the other classes today, like the big one is just like understand the movement. Okay, just hit like clean it, pause, squat it, pause. Okay, there's no podium finishes today, but there's going to be loads more benefit if we just think about movement patterns each time, getting these movement patterns down, so that when we get back in here, those sort of things just happen naturally. We don't have to think about it, and then you can start speeding up and then not looking like a car crash. Does that make sense? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, in that case then, guys, if everyone's happy with how the rep scheme is going to run, I'm happy for us to get started. No last minute problems, questions, or dramas? Good. Okay then. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So clean it first and pause. Then hit your squat and then drive and press. Good. Swap your hands. Exactly the same. So we can clean it, squat it, and press it. Good. When you drive out of there, Reece, be aggressive with it, mate, and that'll come up. Looks like there's a hurricane in Marston. Good. Into those 4s then, guys. How you decide to split them up is entirely up to you. So about a minute deep, the numbers will fly down because the reps are light. But as we get into it, so don't fall into that trap of going at a million miles an hour because we're steaming through it. Okay, this is a long one. It's going to get very gassy very quickly. You probably guessed that already. Two big global movements means multi-jointed, which means you know that you're going to get that shit factor from it. That squat, squeeze your butt and then punch your wrist. Squeeze, punch. Squat. Good. About 9.5 minutes to go, guys, which is quite a long time. Take our time with it. Let's hit that squat, Catherine. So once we clean it, pause. Let's hit a decent squat. That's better. And then punch it up. There we go. That's it. Let's get on that side, Maz. Squat. Good. Make sure you've got the depth on that other side, Maz. So ideally, we want you breaking parallel. Squeeze, punch. Looking good, Reece. Morning, Steve. Doing well. We've got 8 to push. Just take them one at a time as they come. Nice race. Good. Remember, let's use those hips to get to clean those bells up. That hip drive is going to get it flying up there, create the velocity so it doesn't feel as heavy. If you do it all with your arms, it's going to suck for the next 7 minutes. Good. We're just hitting the halfway stage, guys. 6 down, 6 to push. So we should have found our kind of rhythm a little bit now. Depth on the squats as we start to fatigue, guys. Hang in there, Maz. Reese, when you squat, let your hips go back first, mate, yeah? So clean it, set your feet, hips back, that is better. Catherine, let's have a little bit more control on that squat. So we're going to go a little bit deeper and a little bit slower. Here we go. Beautiful. 4 minutes to push, guys. Good. Decent squat then, Catherine. There we go. And then we can get explosive at the bottom. So smooth on the way down, explosive on the way out. Smooth on the way down. It's good. I'm happy with that. That's it, Reese. Digging out here, mate. Good. 3-minute marker. Hang in there, Rhys. I appreciate it's gassy, mate, on a Monday morning. Smashing it though, kid. Let's go. So remember, clean it, smooth on the way down on this squat. Drive, press, good. Have your breath at the top of the movement, guys. So come down. Good. 2 minutes. This will fly now, Maz. Keep going, mate. Clean it, squat it, press it. Yeah, like it. Good. 90 seconds, guys. That's all it is. The time's going to fly now. Just got to try and keep a foot on the accelerator whilst maintaining the form. The forms look fantastic so far today. Everyone digging out. We're nearly there, Rhys. Good. Make sure your feet are wide enough when you squat. Good. Working everywhere now. No breathers. Just got to keep moving, keep pushing through. Last 30 seconds. So make sure we squat though, Maz. Clean it, squat it. Good, 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 good. That's a better depth. Guys, we've got 15 seconds. Get one, Catherine. Let's go. Let's get one. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Good work, Tim. Good work. Good work.